In this example, we have a fraction with 1 over root 5. To simplify this, we'll multiply it by their conjugate. So we'll start with 1 over root 5 multiplied by root 5 over root 5. So that will give us root 5 over root of 25, and that will give us root 5, root of 25 is 5, and this is our final answer. In this example, we have 2 over root 3, so we'll multiply by the conjugate, so 2 over root 3 multiplied by root 3 over root 3. To simplify this will give us 2 root 3 over root of 9, and this can be simplified to 2 root 3 over root of 9 is 3. So this will be our final answer, 2 root 3 over 3. In this example, we have 1 over root 8. So we can write it as 1 over root 8 multiplied by root 8 over root 8. Can be simplified to root 8 over root of 64. And if we have root 8 multiplied by root 8, that will give us 8. Now we can write it as root of 64, and then we can have also root 8 over 8. This will be our final answer. Another example here, we have 14 over root 7 multiplied by the conjugate of the denominator. So we have 14 over root 7 multiplied by root 7 over root 7. We would have 14 root 7 multiplied by root 7, it would give us 7. Or we can again take it as root of 49 and then take a root of 49 is 7. So in this scenario we would have 7. We can also further simplify this by dividing the 14 over 7, so it would give us 2 root 7 as the final answer. In this example here we have 3 root 2 over root 3. So again we'll multiply by the conjugate of the denominator, so we'd have 3 root 2 over root 3 multiplied by root 3 over root 3. So in this scenario we would have the 2 root 2 multiplied by 2 root 3, so it would be 3 root 6, and root 3's multiplied by each other can be root of 9, and the root of 9 is 3, so you can divide over 3. These 3's will disappear with each other, and the final answer will be root of 6. In this example we have root of 5 over root of 15, breaking down the root of 15 to root of 3 and root of 5. So in this scenario we would have root of 3 and root of 5, and these two root of 5 disappear, so we would have 1 over root of 3 and then taking the conjugate. Ideally it would be better to simplify first then take the conjugate, so we would have root of 3 over root of 3. In this scenario we would have root of 3 at the top, and root of 3's multiplied by each other will be divided over 3, and this will be our final answer. In this scenario we have 1 over 3 root 7, so ideally we just multiplying by the root 7, so it will be 1 over 3 root 7 multiplied by root 7 over root 7, so we'd have root of 7 over 3 root 7 by root 7. So the root 7's, it will give us 7 multiplied by 3, that will be 21, and this will be our final answer, root 7 over 21. In this example we have 12 over root of 72. So again we can break down the root of 72 to a smaller root. So the root of 12, it can be broken down, will remain as it is, and the root of 72 it can be broken down to 6 root 2. Now we can use the conjugate of the denominator, which is root 2 over root 2. Now we have in the top we have 12 root 2. In the denominator the root 2's multiplied by each other, that will give us 2, and 6 multiplied by 2, that will give us 12. So in this scenario these 12's will disappear and we would have root 2 as the final answer. In this example, we have 1 over root 80. So ideally, it would be better to simplify the bigger routes to a simpler form and then multiply them by the conjugate. So in this scenario, we can simplify root of 80 to 1 over 4 root 5. And then we multiply by their conjugate, which is root 5 over root 5. Now, it will give us in the numerator root 5. And in the denominator, we have the root 5's multiplied by each other will give us 5. And then if we multiply it by 4, that will give us 20. And this will be our final answer. For this example, we have 3 over 2 root of 54. Similar scenario, ideally the bigger route will need to be simplified. So we would have 3 in the numerator, and we would have 2, and the root of 54, it will give us 4 root 6. So if we multiply 3 root 6, 3 root 6. So in this scenario, these 3's multiplied by each other. So you would have 3 over 6 root 6. And then multiplied by the conjugate, root 6 over root 6. Now to simplify this, you would have 3 root 6 at the top. And root 6 multiplied by root 6 will give us 36. 6 multiplied by 6 will give us 36. So now dividing 3 over 36, that would give us 12 at the top, the denominator, so and end up with root 6 over 12 as the final answer. In this example, we have 4 root 20 divided by 3 root 18. Similar scenario, ideally it would be preferable to simplify the routes first. So what we have here, the root of 20 is 4, it will be 2 root 5, so 4 multiplied by 2 root 5 over 3 multiplied by, in this scenario, 3 root 2. So in this scenario, we would have the 4 and the 2 multiplied by each other. So we would have 8 root 5 over 9 root 2. Okay, now we'll take the conjugate of the denominator. So we have root 2 over root 2. So that will give us 8 multiplied by root of 10 at the top. And in the denominator, we have 9, root 2 multiplied by root 2 will be 2. Multiplied by 9, that will be 18. So end up with 18. Now we can simplify this route to be 4 over 9. If we divide them by 2, and we'll have root 10. And this will be our final answer. In this example, we have 3 root of 175 over 2 root 27. Similar scenario, ideally would be preferable to simplify the bigger routes. So we would have, in this scenario, we would have 3 multiplied by 5 root 7, okay, over 2 multiplied by root of 27 is 3 root 3. So that will give us 3 root 3 here. Now to simplify this further, we would have 15 root 7 at the top. I'll just add this, we have more space. 15 root 7 over 6 root 3, and then we multiply by the conjugate, which is root 3 over root 3. Now at the top, we would have root of 21 and 15 at the top, and here we have 6 root 3 multiplied by each other will be 3 multiplied by 6, that would give us 18. So now we try to simplify this term. So divide them by 3, it would give us 5 at the top and 6 at the bottom, and multiply by root of 21, and this will be our final answer. In this example, we have root of 8 plus 6 over root 2. In this scenario, we'll try to simplify the bigger route. So if there are common routes that we can work with, so the root 8 can be simplified to 2 root 2 plus we have the 6 over root 2, so we write the 6 over root 2. We can simplify the second term, the 6 over root 2, by multiplying it by its conjugate, so we have 2 root 2 by 2 root 2. So we'll keep the 2 root 2 on this side, simplify the other term, so we'd have 6 root 2 over 2, and dividing 6 over 2, that will give us 3. So here we have 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2, and then we can add the 2 and the 3, that will give us 5 root 2 as the final answer. In this example, we have root of 48 and take away 10 over root 3. So the root of 48 will give us 4 root 3. Take away 10 over root 3, which will be multiplied by the conjugate, root 3 over root 3. Now to simplify this will give us 4 root 3, take away 10 root 3, and divided by, so the root 3 is multiplied by, so that will give us 9, which can be simplified now by taking away these two terms from each other, which will give us, in this scenario, 2 over 3 root 3 as the final answer. In this example, we have 6 minus root 8 over root 2. So first we'll try to find a common route, which is root 2. So first we'll try to simplify root 8. So we have 6, take away 2 root 2 over root 2, which now we can multiply by the conjugate, be root 2 over root 2. Now the 6 will be multiplied by root 2 minus 2 root 2 by root 2 over 2 root 2 multiplied by 2 root 2, that will give us 2. So now we can simplify this to the 6 root 2 over 2, that will give us 3 root 2, and we have also take away the 2 root 2 multiplied by 2 root 2, that will be 2, and the 2's will disappear here, okay, because if you imagine both terms are divided by 2, so we will end up with, on the second part, 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 2, these 2 will disappear, so we will have the final answer being 3 root 2 take away 2. Okay, and this will be our final answer.